sight. Get what we need.
And this is this week's Classic Classic.
The Devils. I'm Jennifer Murphy here with Jeremy Ardito. Today we're going to have a really simple show, kind of getting into the swing of things with our new show here. We're going to be discussing some of the upcoming events, especially for the seniors at the high school. And I'd like to start off by talking about the Senior Prom, which is on May 13th at the Royal Sonesta, right?
Right.
Right. So, Jeremy, what's going on with that?
We're pretty much done with the planning. We just have to, the last thing we have to do is choose the picture background. We're kind of having problems deciding what we want to have for our background, and we're also we started selling tickets. The tickets are $45
Wow.
per person, but if you bought, we had a senior raffle in October, so if you sold your raffle tickets in October, the price for you is only $35, and then your date would be $35 if he or she is from another class or another school, and it wasn't involved with the raffle. It's pretty much, it's all set. Favors of picture frames, and our song is Time to Remember by Billy Joel. And so it's the invitations say 6, but the prom actually starts at 6:30. Like the photographers will be ready at 6:30, and the DJs will be set up at 6:30, and it'll end at 11.
Sounds like a lot of fun. You guys are going to have a blast.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I can't wait till I'm a senior. Do all that stuff. I mean, this is a sophomore year, and this is the year we don't have any of that stuff.
Yeah.
So
you'll have it next year, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. I really am. But you guys have the senior banquet, which is on May 26th.
Right.
And that should be really fun too.
That should be I'm looking forward to that just because it's not really like a dated event.
Yeah.
It's not as dressy as the prom. It's just kind of, but it's still formal.
Yeah, it's fun because then you don't have to worry about, who am I going to go with, and what's going on with this, and
a lot less expensive too.
Oh, I believe it. That's the number one cost.
Right. The banquet tickets are $15, and it's going to be held at the Burlington Marriott, which will be good. I'm not really sure about the time. It's probably like around 7 or 6:30, I'm sure.
Having it at the Marriott's great though, because it's kind of local, and it's not like you have to. If you're going to take a limousine, is that like a thing that people take limos?
I think because I had to go last year just to observe because I was the junior class president, and kids just. They would say, okay, one person was going to drive. They'd pick everyone up. They might meet for pictures, maybe. Mostly they were just taking pictures all night and having fun. But it's just you take your car. You don't go in a limo, yeah.
Yeah, and see, that a limo is one of the bigger costs of the prom.
Definitely.
Yeah,
definitely.
So that's, I think the banquet, did you get the yearbooks at the banquet? Or?
I'm not sure. They said that our last day of school is May 13th, the day of the prom. And the way that we've had the schedule so far is we're either having our first period final or we're not. That's up in the air. No one really knows. I don't know if anyone knows, but we're supposedly getting our cap and gowns and our yearbooks that day. But I think that's speculation because I'm not really sure. That's like rumor from what I've heard.
Yeah.
I haven't heard from like the yearbook advisor that we're getting them that day. And then we're watching our senior retro, and that's pretty much it for that.
Wow, that should be really fun. Yeah. You guys must be psyched to get out.
It hasn't really hit me yet. It's just because teachers are kind of like loading all the work on now. They're like, okay, you have 2 weeks of school left. How many papers can we have you do?
Oh, my God.
So we're just kind of waiting. It'll be good, though.
That's the only part that I don't look forward to about being a senior is all, the pressures of getting accepted to college and all that and having to do SATs. Don't you do that in your junior year?
Yeah, I took them I took them at the beginning of my junior year and the end of my junior year.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I took them. I think I remember just taking them at the end. I'm not sure. I took them at the beginning of this year as well. In October, because most of the applications aren't due until December, so you have time to take them one more time.
Yeah, but didn't you get early acceptance?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Jeremy's going to Bentley College.
Yay, Bentley.
Yay, Bentley. I don't know where I want to go yet, but a little while to wait for that.
Yeah. I think I started looking. Well, my mother, I was anxious to find out, and my mother helped me with my anxiety by allowing me to look earlier than most kids did. I started looking probably towards the end of my sophomore year, beginning of my junior year.
Wow, that's early.
But I didn't like really actively visit and go on tours and go on interviews until like April of my junior year, April vacation.
So what is a good time to start looking?
I would say, I mean, it depends your kind of personality. If you really want to know, because I mean, some kids right now, they're like, well, I've got accepted to 6 schools. I still don't know where I want to go.
Wow.
I don't know what I want to do. So if you're that way, you can wait until the summer and go and take a tour of the different schools and apply, and then you can go, when you get accepted, you can go and look again. What I did was I went and looked, and I had it narrowed down to the one school I wanted to go to, and that was the only one I applied to, early action, which is non-binding. But I started looking, like actively looking, February vacation and April vacation. I went to like 6 schools, and then I knew in June where I wanted to go.
That's great. Do you have to have a specific school to go to if you have a specific scholarship?
It depends on, there's the general scholarship thing that they have in the guidance department where you fill out one application for like 100 scholarships. They have the Northeastern scholarship. It depends on the donor of the scholarship. Some scholarships, like it says you have to go to a state school or you have to go to a state university, and some is just if you go to a 4-year school. It doesn't matter if it's state or private.
Yeah, because just to mention, on June 2nd, there'll be the scholarship banquet, and that's held in the auditorium?
Yeah.
The auditorium at the high school. And that should be really good. That should be a fun night, like really rewarding and seeing all of it.
I hope so. I'm hoping that, from what I've heard in the years past, is that most students do get some kind of a scholarship that night, whether it be the class scholarship or if you're going to business, a business scholarship or a music scholarship. You know, most students do walk away feeling happy, or at least that they got recognized a little bit.
That's great. I think that's important for everyone to feel that they are a part. That's really great. Another thing that the seniors are going to be doing is having the chance to decorate for the post-graduation party, which is on June 3rd, everybody.
Right.
So
the decorating is Friday night. I know it's a Friday night, but it should be a lot of fun just to decorate.
Yeah, I saw the seniors do it last year, and they were having a ball. It was awesome.
It should be really, because the post-graduation party is obviously after graduation, but it's just, like, because most parents have really helped out a lot with it, but it's just that they have to plan their own parties at their house, so they really can't be there spending Friday night or Saturday morning or whatever decorating. So what they decided to do is they were going to open it up to the seniors and say, okay, Friday night, we need seniors there to decorate. And they have meetings every Wednesday night at the library at 7:30 for anyone who's interested in planning the decorations, but anyone's welcome to help decorate that night.
That's great. What's your theme? Do you know?
I think it's Aloha Hawaii. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I had to think about that for a minute, but I think it's Aloha Hawaii, which should be fun.
Really? And that post-graduation party is June 5th to the 6th.
Right. It's from, I think it's like 11 o'clock on June 5th till 5 o'clock on June 6th.
Wow, that's great.
So I'll be sleeping. I'll be snoozing. I'll be up for like 3 hours, and I'm just going to crash.
So you're not going?
Oh, I'm going, but they have like mats and stuff. I'll just be falling asleep on the floor in the corner. I'll have my own corner sleeping.
Oh boy, I couldn't sleep. I'd be partying all night long. That's so fun. But graduation itself is June 5th.
Right.
Hopefully it'll be a nice day so you can have it outside.
Oh, if it's inside, I'm going to scream. I definitely don't want to get tickets for it.
Ugh. And it's such a pain because then you can't have like as many people as you want.
Right. They limit you, definitely.
Yeah. How many people do you know how they limit?
Well, I think they give out 2 tickets to each student, but
really, wow.
Hopefully, I'm gonna need more. I mean, everyone in the world wants to be there. Not everyone in the world. I'm not like everyone wants to see me graduate.
Everyone wants to see Joe.
No. But it's such a special day for everyone that it would be so sad that you would just say, I'm sorry, you can't go, even though I'm sure it'll be on BCAT, so you can watch it then.
Yeah. Plus, you get to give the speech.
Yeah, I get to, I don't know if they consider it a speech. It's kind of like an introduction, I guess. Dr. Seferdini introduces me, and then I say like a 10-minute speech, and then I introduce everyone else. I'm not gonna know what to say. I'm just gonna I won't
you
I won't have
will.
a clue. I'll start singing or something. I'll do something fun.
Yeah. It must be a really big event though. I mean,
I don't think it hits many seniors until maybe a week after graduation, when they know they should be in school and they're not, and they're like, oh my God, I'm out of high school. What am I doing? You know, I don't.
Yeah.
I'm kind of scared, but I'm getting better. I'm just kind of looking forward to going to school now.
yeah, but you have all your goals to set for college now.
Mm.
So that should be something to think about, I guess.
Yeah.
Plus we got the summer.
Oh yeah, working all the
know.
time. Working.
Me too. But
it's gonna be horrible.
Don't say that.
I'm just
say
kidding.
that.
I'm very dramatic, aren't I?
It's okay. I can see why you say that. But anyway.
So that's it with that. What's going on with the newspaper?
Well, we just finished our third issue. Is it? Or fourth?
Maybe.
I can never remember.
We got.
But it was our
November.
April issue, and we did a lot with the prom, like suggestions, and like we did a timeline, and there was one article that was very controversial, but I think it needed to be wrote. It was called "Off Like a Prom Dress," and it was about sex on prom night, and I felt it was a controversial issue because some people could take it as a very strong issue, because it is, and I felt that it needed to be written from a student's point of view. And I thought the people that wrote the article did an excellent job.
Thanks.
So we wrote the article, everybody.
me and LJ wrote the article.
Yeah.
LJ Ferrick. Wait, I have to be grammatically correct. LJ Ferricane and I wrote the Off Like a Prom Dress article. It wasn't. We weren't like condoning. So I don't. The way I looked at it is when I wrote it, I just said, we can't say don't do it because they don't listen to us. You know,
Yeah.
it's no one listens from now. It's
Yeah, because I feel that no matter how much you tell someone, don't do this, don't do drugs, don't drink, don't have sex until you're married and when you're ready to have children, and all this, no matter how much you tell them no, 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 they're still going to do what they want. They still have their own mind, and they're still going to say, well, I still want to try it, I still want to see what it's like, and I really love him or her. Like, and plus with the whole excitement of prom night.
Exactly.
It's such a big thing.
Right. So I think LJ and my goal was, for that article, was not to say don't do it, and it wasn't to say do it, go ahead, we give you permission. It was just kind of like, if you're going to do it, be safe, think about it before you decide.
Oh, definitely.
And we also said don't regret it if you do, because I don't know, from what I've heard, some kids are like, their friends can really be hard on them or whatever, and it's just, live with your decisions, basically. That was what the article was about. You have to live with your decisions and protect yourself first. Kind of. I think a bigger problem on prom night is drinking, though. I think that's far more prevalent than well, I don't know. But
yeah, because unfortunately, before the prom, you'll hear students talking about who's going to have alcohol. And I don't feel that should be an issue because, people are sad when they find out that the prom's over and they were too drunk out of their mind to remember what happened. And that's terrible. The prom should be the happiest night of your life.
Exactly.
And that's like, you don't remember it? That's ridiculous.
I think a lot of kids are thinking that way this year. I know last year a lot of kids didn't think that way at the junior prom. But I'm hoping, from what I've heard this year, a lot of kids are waiting till after the prom to drink, which is still bad. And I don't understand why it's necessary. We put out the prom and banquet contracts, which we sell with the ticket, and we give out with the ticket, and that just basically, it's the student signs it and the parent signs it, and it says we won't host a party with alcohol, and we won't allow our children to go to this party. But I think some people just sign it blindly.
Yeah,
they sign it because they know they have to pass it in.
Another thing I feel that students think, from what I've seen anyway, that because, I have a limo for the prom, I don't have to worry about designated driver, so I can drink.
Yeah, exactly.
Type of thing.
Hopefully the limo drivers won't allow it.
Yeah.
That's what I hope. I know, there's some really cool limo companies that, they say there will be no drinking. They don't have the bar in there. They take out all the alcohol for the night, and they just leave the glasses. They might have Cokes in there or something, but
yeah.
they try. most limo services who are good and who want to keep their business for Burlington will not allow that kind of
Yeah,
behavior.
that's pretty good. I mean, I just think that that's no way to have fun. I mean,
Exactly.
sometimes it's just really dumb.
Mm.
But anyways, to get back to the paper,
All right.
we did a lot of things with just school-related topics, like Katie Walters, who is the vice president of the senior class, right?
Of student council.
Student council. Excuse me. Sorry, Katie.
That's right.
It was she oversaw the whole fashion show. She wrote a really good article about it, and we'd also like to thank all the people involved with the fashion show. It went really well. We had, let's see, Bramante Dress and Formal from Stoneham and Mr. Saunders Tux sponsoring us, and we had DJs and scribbles at the mall for casual wear. It went really well. We raised over $1,000, I think it was.
Wow.
That's good.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know the student council treasury right now has money they're looking to use to help the school out
Mhm.
in some way. I don't know if they're going to purchase something but that's
Mhm.
that's great.
Would you know by being the president if any of that money is going to be divided amongst the 4 classes at all? Do you know what that goes to?
I think because there's 2 different student council accounts. There's the bookstore account, which is for student council scholarship. It goes to the executive board, the
Mhm.
graduating seniors of the executive board, and there's also the student council account, and that usually goes to like when we have the senior citizens banquet.
Mhm.
So we don't have to charge. We can use the money that we have in the account for the food and the DJ that we get for that day. And it's just for different student council events, and also it helps out with the dances that we have
Mhm.
and things like that. But I know at the end of the year, if there is money left, they usually leave it for the next student council.
Oh.
So the next class will have like $500 already to start if they want to have
Wow,
a dance
that's
in
great.
September, October.
That's really great.
It's usually good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The student council does a lot.
Yeah.
It does a lot.
We try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Each class has their own president, vice president, and etc. And we have various fundraisers throughout the year, which is pretty fun. Enjoying.
Right. How's your class doing with fundraisers?
We had one, and sadly to say, I actually forget what it was. I've heard word that we're gonna have another one, but I'm not involved with student council. I was as much as I was last year because last year being a freshman, we had the semi-formal, and I was on the committee to help out. I wasn't an officer, but I got wind of the events.
Mhm.
But this year don't really have any idea, which is I wish I did, being a more active member of my sophomore class, but I couldn't really tell you.
You should join student council next year.
I know, but unfortunately, that's another issue about popularity and getting elected at times, which is really unfortunate.
Yeah, I kind of thought being president for 4 years, I don't think that made me popular in any sense. When I look at my friends, I always had the same small group of friends that yes, I would say hi. I know a lot of the kids in my class, but I think that kind of in middle school popularity was a big thing. There was a popular group, and in freshman year, I think it's still kind of. But I think as your sophomore year now, you probably noticing it's less and less.
Oh yeah,
and by your senior year, I don't think there's such a thing as a popular group. We just all have our different friends.
Mhm. Because I think people are getting older and they accept you more.
Right.
Because they've been with you by the end of the time you graduate from high school. If you count Marshall Simons, 7 years, and you get to know everybody.
Right.
I think that's great. I was talking to someone recently about how she is in a middle school and how she just switched into a high school, and was saying how she doesn't like it because nobody's ever close anymore. But you realize that you are close in a way because you have sports and things like that, and you really do get to know each other.
Right.
You see different sides of each other because of those times where you have to make sure you see the people.
Exactly. It's good too. I think in high school, you get to be friends with kids from other classes.
Yeah.
Like you were in 6th grade when I was in 8th grade. You didn't know me and I didn't know you.
No.
But it's in high school, you walk by kids from all the other classes. It's not okay, the bell rings, you have to go from this room to this room as quick as you can. You can't stop your locker. You can't do anything. I mean,
Yeah.
in middle school, we used to go in between the doors, so we would just be seeing the kids from the other class even.
Oh, I know.
So this way, you become friends with kids from other classes,
Yeah,
which
definitely.
is great.
You get to meet so many new people, and I look at it as a good thing to meet more people than so worried that I have to stick with my old clique and I'm never gonna see my friends again. And it's a good thing. Like, I enjoyed meeting all the new people. And when I was a freshman, I was really scared. I thought the first day a senior was gonna come, beat me against the lockers, and just be like, "You're a freshman, like, get away." But it's not like that at all, and I love it.
Yeah,
Like, it's great.
and senior is not like, I mean, everyone's saying, oh, you know, you're a senior, you have all this power, but not at all. I mean, the first day of school, I was walking around, I felt like a freshman. I was waiting for someone just to come up and get me or something, you know, but there's no difference. I mean, with senior year just comes the anxiety of everything. You don't really have time to say, ooh, you know, I'm a senior, I'm going to go pick on the freshman. It's just you get along. You don't want to. You get to the point when you're a senior, you're just like, why would I want to pick on a freshman, you know? What is a freshman? It's just another person. It's not like, ooh, freshman, you know?
Yeah, it's not like they have this big banner across them that says, "I'm a senior, don't touch me."
Yeah.
Or I'm a freshman, please pick on me. It's not like that at all. And so, all you people are going to be freshmen out there, don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry at all.
Don't worry about it.
It's no problem.
I know. So, anyways.
So what do you think about going to school till the end of June there?
Oh, don't rub it in. You're getting out soon. Don't even rub that in. I don't know. Like, I look at it because, in a good way and a bad way. Because, bad way, like, I don't want to do work, and when it's really hot, nobody wants to do work. Half the people have unfortunately started to shut down already. I mean, it's the fourth quarter and everything, but the only thing I think about it is, like, it's more time to see the people that you don't see all summer. That just add that extra, like, spark to the school year, you know?
Exactly. My friends were talking about that the other day. We were saying how, because this summer we decided, since it's our last summer home and probably our last summer that we'll all be together, that we're going to, like, meet each other once a week, no matter what. And we were saying how every summer we kind of, like, keep in touch with one friend or two friends, but we never really just all get to go out because it's people working, just everything. So it's like school, that's why school is good for that reason, because you know at lunch you're going to see all your friends. Or in this class you're going to see this person. But, like, when it comes to the summer, you don't know who you're going to see. And you usually don't spend that much time with your friends, like, as much as you'd want to.
Yeah, and even those people that you just pass in the hall going to one class that you say hi to.
Yeah.
If that's, like, the only time that you see that person, then that's, like, a difference that you don't have during the summer.
Right.
I mean, it's all the people that you see, that you work with, and the people that you might run into.
Yeah. You know, when you go to the beach, you can...
Yeah.
You walk across, you see some people.
Right. Yeah. Hanging out. Yeah.
Whatever. What do you think about the new school calendar?
I hate it.
Really?
I hate it.
An editorial by Jen Murphy on the school calendar.
I don't like it at all because I think the school committee and most of the parents don't realize that. I mean, the parents work and have jobs and they're under so much stress and they don't get vacations like that. So I feel that they look at it like, oh, you guys have it easy. You get all these vacations and days off and half days there. But you don't realize with people our age and all the work we have, it's like so much stress. We have tons of homework. I mean, depending on the level of classes you have and the teachers and just so many things, we need those vacations. And by the time February and April come, I'm thanking God that those weeks are coming because I need it so bad.
Exactly.
You know?
What do you have? You only have 1 week in March now, is it? Or?
Supposedly, I guess they're going, listen to you. You have 1 week.
You have, because I'm going to have a huge spring break. No, yeah, that whole 1 week in March, but I get out in May, so.
Yeah, but, they just, what was the question?
What? Is it 1 week in March?
Yeah, it's 1 week in March as of right now, but.
And then you get out early in June, though.
Yeah, but I mean, we start September 1st. This is gonna be the shortest summer of my life. With working and everything, I'm gonna be like.
You're gonna have 2 months.
Oh my
you get
God,
out on June 30th or whatever.
No. But we just, I think that it's dumb. It's really dumb. I don't like it at all.
Yeah.
It's just,
School committee people could be watching this. You
I
could be
know.
making a difference right now.
I think that they should have asked. I mean, I know that if they asked the students, they'd all say, no, 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 we want 2 vacations and we don't want to start early. But I felt when I read over the survey that they sent out, at least to how I understood it. Ooh, sorry. That it was either or. It was either start early or have only 1 vacation, and we have both. And I don't understand how that works.
That is kind of strange.
And I want an explanation. I want to know why. And I guess from what I've heard through the grapevine from people around the building that they're gonna try to revote or something like that, but I don't know how that's gonna work. I really don't. So I hope for the best. I hope that we don't have to go for all those 1 week vacation, and I think it's so much better. And plus, people look at it, well, if I don't have February vacation, I'm not gonna be able to go skiing. I mean, I can see that though. 'Cause, I mean, some people go, but it's just another excuse. I mean, students say I want it. Parents say you don't need it.
Yeah, but look at how many parents take off work for a week and they
Yeah,
go with their kids to Florida, you know?
Yeah.
That gets me so mad sometimes when parents are like, look at all the vacations you guys get, and then they take off time and spend it with us, and it's like, what kind of vacation is this?
I know.
But I thought they should have like 2 weeks in March, because I mean, I think it's kind of true how we come back in January and then like February we have another week off, and then
Yeah.
and then it's like there's like all these half days and no days off, and then April another week off. I think like 2 weeks in March would be cool, because that would be like, you could go away if you wanted to, you could work extra, and you still get the 2 weeks off. It's just all together.
Yeah, and the thing I think that would be good about it is that we had so many snow days this year, and we had 2 delays. That I think after Christmas we had like 1 full week of school, and then we had February, and then we came back and we had like another full week of school, and then we had half days over here and 1 day off over there, and so we never really had a full week until like a couple of months ago. And then we just came back from April vacation last week.
And we have 2 half days. After this week, I don't have a full week of school left in my high school career, because next week we have a half day, and the week after our last day is a half day.
Wow.
So it's crazy. Because this can't happen to my class, I think I could say that I would maybe prefer to stay here another week, because it seems like all the teachers now are like, well, you have 2 weeks left, we have to cram everything in. And like they're really stressed out. I mean, I feel bad for them. Our seniors' fourth quarter is like 4 weeks long. So it's like they have to cram enough things in to get grades, to give us grades for the fourth quarter. And it comes out on us, obviously, because we have to do papers and we have to study for more tests and stuff. But maybe if they did give us that extra week, then we wouldn't feel so pressured and so rushed. And because I mean, right now it's like we should be sitting back going, yeah, we're accepted to colleges. We have the prom coming up, we have the banquet, we have graduation, but instead we're like, oh, I have to get those papers done tonight. Oh, I'm so stressed.
Wow, because now that you said that, I looked at it differently, because I just always felt that, seniors can relax, but I never really knew about that part of it.
Well, it depends on the senior, I think. Because, I mean, some kids are like, I'm in school, I don't need to worry about it, and they just don't do anything anymore, because they figure, I can get a C and it's not going to affect anything. But I want her to finish off good. All my friends want to finish off good. They don't want to end school year on a bad note. I mean, we'd all like to make honor roll. Almost all my friends high honor roll. So it's like, you can't. But I do see. I wish teachers maybe would even sit down in January and go, okay, this is what's going to be due in May. So maybe we'd have that extra time. Like my anthropology teacher said, in January she handed out a calendar.
Wow.
And she said, you're going to have 2 papers due. So that's done. I had that done before, so.
Yeah, because, I mean, with my sophomore class, we're going to be the first ones that they're going to say, you have to stay till the end. And till I heard that point of view, I was like, oh, I don't want to stay till the end. That's not fair. We're seniors, we should be able to get out. But, I don't know. I guess that's just a whole other topic, huh?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Well, we have a minute left.
We have 1 minute.
So we should what's our next show going to be on?
We're going to be interviewing the PTO about the post-graduation party, and since it's a new event in the high school, They like to discuss it, some of the guidelines, and what's involved in it, and how it's a great way to have one really nice, fun night with all your peers and away from the drinking. And it's really should be really fun for the seniors, and they hope to discuss that more in depth.
I guess there's a lot of people donating too. A lot of
Really?
organizations donating gifts and things, which would be good. They have like
Wow,
a little
that's
raffle
great.
going.
Yep.
So that should be good.
Alrighty.
If you have any ideas that you'd like to send to BCAT, you can send it to BCAT.
At the
about
Burlington
it.
High School.
Yep. We don't know the address because we're just not prepared. So.
All right. Thank you for joining us tonight on Chatting with the Devils. I'm Jennifer Murphy with Joe Maria Adito. And
We'll see you soon.
We'll see you.